Good morning and welcome to my yoga corner this morning. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about being in the raw, and I don't mean being naked, although if you're at home and you want to do your practice naked, go ahead. I wanted to talk to you about honoring your body where it's at. And I've always said to work with your body where it's at. You may have limitations, but because you have limitations doesn't mean you can't do yoga. You just modify. And that kind of goes with filming these yoga classes. I'm very limited in what I can do right now with the knowledge that I have with filming. So I use what I can. Just like we use our bodies where our bodies are at. And today's practice is going to be on balance. And we're going to practice balance. And this will be a good practice for honoring your body where it's at and accepting where you are at in your practice. If you need a little bit of modification or you need some support, you use your good old friend, the wall, for your support. So let's get started, and I'll wait till I stand up, and I'm gonna use my balance oil today. But let's start by focusing in and just asking yourself where you can be more balanced in your life today. And what does that look like to you? What does balance look like to you? We'll begin by balancing the breath, breathing in for 5, exhaling for 5. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. And then opening up and moving energy through our body. Next inhale, lift your gaze up to the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck and the collarbones. And then exhale, take your chin down to your chest, stretching the back of the neck and the shoulders. So inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Bring your hands to your heart center. Interlace your fingers and then stretch the arms out in front of you for 5 breaths. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Now lift your arms up to the ceiling and stretch. Let it go and shake it out. So we're going to start our balance in our tabletop posture. Oh, let me just turn on some music for us. Okay, let's come up on all fours and make sure that the knees fall under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. Push into your mat. Tuck your toes. Do a couple cow-cat breaths. Inhale, look up, arch your back slightly. Exhale, tuck in and round your spine. Okay, so let's take it to a flat back. Extend your right arm out. Extend your left leg out and breathe. Let's bring it back. Take it to the other side. Left arm out, right leg out. Balance yourself and breathe. Let's take it back. Tabletop. So align yourself, wrists under your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, knees under the hips. Tuck the toes in. Come up and back to downward dog. Walk your dog. Stretch out those calves. Lift your sit bones up to the ceiling. Now separate your feet to each side of the mat, wide-legged dog, and then walk your hands towards your feet. Come into your forward fold. And I want you to stay here. If you start feeling dizzy, take your head up to waist height. If you're okay with this, keep the head down. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings and in the back of the calves. Now bend your knees and bring yourself up nice and slow. Let's move our shoulders as we walk up the front of our mat. And just give a couple circles to the back and a couple circles to the front. So our first balancing posture we're going to come into will be tree pose. I'm going to use my balance oil. This is a blend of tree oils, very earthy. Going to breathe in the essential oils. So throughout your practice this morning, keep your focus on your breath. Your breath also helps to keep you balanced. And if your mind starts to wander, bring it back to that question. How can I bring more balance into my life at this time? And what does that mean for me? So keep your focus on balance, bringing balance into your everyday life at this time. So standing with your feet slightly apart, and lift yourself up into mountain pose. Couple deep breaths in mountain pose. And feeling grounded on both feet. Now take your left foot deeper into the mat. Let's take the right foot up into the ankle. Starting our tree pose here. Again, look for a gazing point. This is called your drishti. This is where you hold your gaze to help you find your balance. It can be a spot on the floor, can be something on your wall, or even on your ceiling. So you find your drishti. Take your hands to your heart center. You can also bring the hands above the head. And practice your tree pose, just balancing yourself here. Once you feel a little more balanced, you can slip the heel below. Or you can bring your toes above. And just be here, steady and strong, like a tree. Open up the hip, take the knee back slightly. Bring your focus to your breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's take it down and walk it out. Bring yourself back into your mountain pose. Find yourself rooted, grounded. Take your right foot deeper into the mat. Left foot into the ankle. Find your drishti. Bring your hands to your heart or above your head. And then taking your heel below or toes above. Find your place of balance. So there were several years that I was limited with my knee, and I wasn't even able to go into a tree pose, only at my ankle. But I just kept practicing, and I just kept doing yoga, even though it was very difficult teaching with a knee injury and a knee limitation. And thanks to Total Body Collagen helping heal my knee, I now have full mobility of my knee, which is wonderful. But I never did let that limitation stop me. In the same way, I'm not letting the limitation of not being in my yoga studio and not knowing how to film my yoga classes stop me from sharing yoga with you. And thank you for your patience. I'm just going to keep practicing and learning more until I get it right. I'm looking into using a camera, but we'll see how that goes. It's all a learning curve, but I'm not giving up. So let's take it down and walk it out. So now we're going to move into a standing big toe pose, and I'm going to give you some variations with this one. So with standing big toe pose, you're going to take your two first fingers on your right hand, place your left hand on your hip. You're going to take your index finger and middle finger around your right big toe and come out into a standing big toe pose. So the variations that I will give you are bringing your knee up and standing right here. You can use that, or if you have a strap or a scarf at home, you can bring the strap or scarf around your foot. Hold your strap with your right hand around your knee point. Place your left hand on your hip and bring up your leg. Now, more important than the leg being straight, you can have a bent leg like this, that's fine. What you want to focus on is keeping your spine straight. So I don't want to see people moving forward or going back. That's not what you want to do. Okay, you want to keep the spine straight. And just really be mindful of that so that when you come into your standing big toe pose, you are with a straight lifted spine. So practicing your balance here again, find your drishti, hold yourself. I have a little bit of a limitation or a challenge, you might say, being that my little yoga corner downstairs is on carpet. It's a little bit harder to balance on carpet, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with challenge, and I'm okay with doing things a little bit different right now. So let's walk that out, and then we're going to come on to the other side. So again, keeping your spine lifted tall. Take your right hand on your right hip, two first fingers on your left hand, and again, around your big toe, extend your leg. Again, you can have it bent, and you might notice that it's different on this side compared to the other side. Find your drishti, hold it, breathe. And for those of you who are quite balance challenged, you're fine to use the wall. You can come right up against the wall and then bring your leg up so that you don't have to worry so much about the balance, but you're getting that good deep stretch in the back of your leg. So a couple more breaths. So let's walk that out, and we're going to go into an airplane pose. So in airplane pose, we'll start on our left foot. We're going to put our left foot into the ground. You're going to bring your right foot back and just take your arms either to the back or out to the side. Oh, and let's walk it out. And take it on to the other side. So in my kids' yoga classes, when we go into airplane, I always ask the kids, where are you flying to? I have a lot of kids that like to fly to Egypt. And speaking of kids yoga, I'm going to have to do a kids yoga class for you online here. I love teaching kids yoga. Little precious souls. So where are you flying to today? To the living room? To your bathroom? To the kitchen? Seeing as we are at home. Walk it out, and we're not allowed to travel right now. So let's bring it to our center. Just keep practicing inward balance. We're going to go into an eagle pose now. So let's inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale with our right arm under our left. Twist our arms, meet our palms. Elbows up to our shoulder height. We're going to come into our chair pose and place our right leg over the left, sitting nice and deep. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm under the right. Twist the arms, meet the palms. Sit into your chair. Left leg over the right, and balance. Think of the eagle's strength at this time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Let's do a few of these deep breaths. Open up the body. Reach up. Exhale, take it down. A couple more. And let's hang down and come into ragdoll. So let it all go. Let everything go. Your head, your arms, your shoulders. Just hang loose. And bend your knees and bring yourself down onto your mat. Come into an easy pose. Let's place our hands on our knees and begin to move the upper body in a slow circle. Release tension in the lower back. Let it go. And let's take it the opposite direction. Good. Let's bring it up. Should be feeling nice and balanced. I'm glowing a little bit. So let's take out the tension in our legs. Coming forward into our forward fold. Bring your hands as far as you can go, whether it's your shins, your ankles, or right to your feet. We're going to get a good deep stretch along the whole back side of your body. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. step it out and let's bring it down to the mat. We're going to lift up our legs, coming into our waterfall pose. Good. Let's work our core a little bit. We're going to tuck in our cores. So bring your tummy right through your body into your spine and into the mat. We're going to reach our hands up, and then we're going to use our core to work at reaching our hands towards our feet. So what I don't want you to do is this. Then you're using your shoulders. I want you to keep your shoulders down. Use your core. Tuck in that core. Keep the shoulders down and lift up. You're using the core to lift up. You're not going to get very far, but you sure feel it in your core. So lift, 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 and release. Let your feet go in a circle to the right. Massage that lower back. And then circle to the left. And we'll do that one more time. So back to your waterfall. Tuck in the tummy. Get that tummy right through to your spine, into the mat. Keep your shoulders down. And lift up with your core. You can feel that. Keep those shoulders down. Just keep lifting the core. And relax. You feel it in there. And then let's move our legs in a circle again. And the other way. And then just let your feet come apart and hang loose here in waterfall. Just breathe here. Take your feet together in Baddha Konasana. Come in your laying butterfly pose. Let your hips open up. Place your hands on your belly. Just feel the breath moving in and out of the body. Let's bring our knees together and roll onto our side body. And just stay here for a moment. Bring yourself up slowly. Come back into your easy pose. And bring your hands out to the universe. Invite all the good that life has to offer you right now. In amongst this time that is really unknown for us, let's accept the good in our lives. Walking out in the fresh air, having the sun come down on our shoulders, on our face. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go for a walk and just breathe in the air and let the sun come down on my face. Take all those things that life has to give you that is good, bring it into your hands, draw it close to your heart with gratitude. And with gratitude, thank you for joining me this morning. And I hope our little balancing practice helps keep you balanced all day today. Happy Saturday. Namaste. See you tomorrow.